Too often when we talk about cities like Detroit, predominantly black urban spaces in America, we focus on problems. Rarely do we talk about progress and the individuals within those communities who are actually making progress happen.
We're gonna make a right here. This is where I was born and raised at. This thing right here is still standing.
Wow.
Today I'm with Carlos Sweeney. He grew up on Detroit's east side.
Whenever I feel like I might be, stepping outside of where I should be, I always bring myself back to earth. I always come back and think about this right here. Keeps me level-headed.
Nowadays, Carlo doesn't go by Carlo. Since 2007, he's been known as Coach Khali, and he spends most of his time at his boxing gym. Khali started the Downtown Boxing Youth Program, a nonprofit summer and after-school gym where kids can be safe, a place for guidance and support. Khali knows firsthand what can happen on the streets of Detroit when young people don't have that.
People see me right now, but they don't know that I was really like the average guy that you see right now on the street that you see. When you see this guy, you be like, man, you trying to walk away from him? I was that same kind of guy.
And then who came along and sort of helped you to get on the path to?
Well, you know what? It was, my brother pulled me to the side. He said, man, you got to get out this neighborhood. He said, man, all your friends are dead or in jail. Shut up, man. So this is what I'm thinking to my man. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. And so one day I was at his house and he asked me to come help him move something or whatever. When I was about to go move the dresser in his room, he showed me the picture. It's all my friends. We took a picture out in front of my house. We were gonna go skating that night. And he showed me the picture. He's like, he dead, life, 35 years, dead. And I'm looking at it like, damn.
Detroit is a complex city. Years of segregation and racial tensions rocked the community at the end of the century. Many of the people who could, primarily white and middle class, fled Detroit. At its low point in 2013, the city went bankrupt. Violent crime was at 5 times the national average, and 60% of the children were living in poverty. A lot of people gave up on Detroit, but some, like Coach Khali, didn't. He worked and saved, and once he could, he built a safe space within his community.
With the boxing and with any other sports, we need to create more places where people can feel accepted and feel wanted and feel a part of the community and feel a part of a family. I owe this to this community. I owe it to them. I have to do this. This is my calling. This is my life. There's no reason that I was sitting in a car that got shot 26 times and only got hit once and still live. There's no reason for me to not be in prison. I was given chance after chance after chance to make amends to my community. And that's what I'm gonna do, and that's the path I'm on. Come on, let's go, Dort. And whatever you gotta do to make it happen, let's make it happen. So, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are days that we spar.
Speed it up.
The girls are gonna spar boys. The boys are gonna spar girls. Our advanced kids are gonna spar the beginners. The beginners are gonna spar the advanced kids. There's no special treatment.
The gym currently helps 65 kids, and there's another 500 on the waiting list. Limiting the number is important.
One of the most amazing things that I picked up while I was here was your connection to young people.
40, 41, 42.
And what I want to say about that is, with all that was happening in this space, you gave every young person your undivided attention.
There you go, that's good. I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on with the kids so I can find out how can I help this kid be a better person in life, because really I'm not really all about the boxing. That's not my thing. Come on, we got work to do, let's go. Come on, we got work to do.
The program is more about helping the kids succeed. In Khali's words, it's books before boxing, and it's working. The high school graduation rate in Detroit is 60%. Khali's program currently sits at 100%. But it's about more than that. It's about guiding the kids through some of the most critical years of their lives to a better future. Khali is teaching young people how to contribute meaningfully to their communities by creating a model for leadership.
I had a few kids who were headed down a real crazy path, a path that myself I was on. So to see these guys early on get off that path and change their direction and start doing positive things, I mean, it's a wonderful thing for me.
Crystal's waiting for the gym shuttle to pick her up. A lot of these kids wouldn't make it each day if it wasn't for these shuttles. Maybe they don't have a ride or their walk's unsafe, so Khali has arranged for transportation for each and every kid. Crystal's been taking the shuttle for the past 5 years.
Talk to me specifically about the challenges you face as a black girl growing up in Detroit.
I didn't get a lot of fair chances.
I had to grow up tough because I was, I'm in the hood, on the block, and boys always want to try to test me, or girls. And with me being a big girl, I was always picked on. So I will always, ever since I was little, I always grew up as that tough girl, that tough skin, always ready to fight because somebody always had something to say. But I know I had to kind of lean out of that personality because it wasn't taking me nowhere.
Did you ever think that it would be boxing?
No.
That's Crystal's mom.
I don't know nothing boxing. I thought the boxing was just going to stay with helping her to keep her weight off. No, there's Crystal, and when I see her boxing, I'm like, this girl is really fast.
Oh, she really is, though. She was teaching me a little something, and I got tripped up because I couldn't
I
keep
had to tell the girl, don't get beside yourself. Now your mama still can knock you down.
Crystal, let's go. Don't try and pull no heart attack on me. Don't try and pull no heart attack or no asthma attack. Let's go, Crystal. Let's go.
Khali is a great man. He is like my father. He's helped so many kids. He saved so many lives. And I appreciate him for that. Because he saved mine. And, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Not a lot of kids get that opportunity in Detroit, especially girls. A lot of girls grow up without their dads, and I did. I was one. But when I met Khali, he kind of rubbed off on me. He treats me like a daughter. He watches over me like I'm one of his own. I really appreciate him for that.
Relationships like this one with Crystal have become Khali's life.
Everybody, the community, pitching in to make this happen. But at the same time, that doesn't correlate to something that's gonna, in any way, make my bank account larger. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The thing about it is I can't afford to go work a job right now. Because if I work a job, then that takes me away from here. So I go without. I don't have cable. I'm not gonna be able to watch this because I don't have the internet.
But he's not stopping. In fact, he can't stop.
I am doing the right thing. So, nobody can lead me astray. No amount of money can pull me in the opposite direction. No amount of success or anything can pull me in the opposite direction. This is the path that I'm on, and I'm on it for a reason, and that's the proof in the pudding.
By being humble and by focusing on kids, he's empowering them to be the ones to dream big and be ambitious and think about solving bigger problems. Khali is an inspiration. In him, we have an example of what it means to be the change we want to see in the communities we care about, and even those we tend to overlook.